What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Look who's back. It is MMA Live, streaming you for Gustafsson, the only guy. Is fighting against Glover. Event. Welcome all of you who are gonna be joining into the stream. This is gonna be a good one, as we are officially through to 400 subscribers. Here we go. Let's have a look at the fight card lined up for you. Has arrived at 6:49 CEST, 10 wins by knockout. This is the most technical play-by-play available on YouTube apart from the Joe Rogan Experience, and this is Harry from MMA Live breaking it down for you guys as number 1 and number 2 in the light heavyweight division collide. 26-5 for Glover, 17-4 for the model Alexander Gustafsson. We also have a super card lined up with other up and coming fighters who are vying for rankings. The first fight will be Jack Hermansson versus Alex Nicholson. Both of these fighters were pumped yesterday during the official weigh-ins, which has to happen 32 hours before the fight begins. We also have Nordine Taleb on the card and a bonger of a stand-up war awaiting us in Abdul Razak alhassan, whose longest fight is only 86 seconds till now and undefeated, going up against Omari Akhmedov. We also have Peter Sabotta and Ben Saunders, the Killer Bee, going against each other. And in the co-main event, Volkan Ozdemir, the guy who defeated OSP in his very first UFC fight, entering into the octagon against Misha, Cirkunov, the up-and-coming light heavyweight prospect. Both of these guys are riding a win streak. I am expecting fireworks for today. Welcome to all the listeners. The fights are about to begin, I think, in another 15 minutes. Stay tuned and I will be letting you know where to watch these fights, and I will be giving you links on the comment section. So thank you to all the listeners who have joined in. Sarfaraz Ahmed, thank you for joining into the stream. Dan Hardy breaking down the pre-fight talk as we speak. In case this is your first time, this channel has officially just reached 400 subscribers, and I'm really pumped and thankful to all the listeners to the stream, and really appreciate the support which has been given during the first 3 or 4 months. Cirkunov on the light heavyweight co-main event. It's gonna be bonkers today. Alright, reconnect. Hopefully the mic have been as of now. As soon as I said 400, somebody unsubscribed as usual. It's making a loud noise. Okay. Maybe my fan should be okay. I don't know. Let me give you guys a quick update on what happened till now. Joe Rogan also doing a fight companion. Very nice, very nice. Good to see that. The fights lined up for you guys is Jack Hermansson versus Alex Nicholson in the middleweight division. Oliver Enkamp versus Nordine Taleb in the division. Abdul Razak Alhassan versus Omari Akhmedov in the welterweight division. Peter Sabotta versus Kilabis Ben Saunders in the welterweight division. And the co-main event, Volkan Ozdemir versus Misha Cirkunov. And the main event, Alexander Gustafsson versus Glover Teixiera. Those are the fights lined up for you guys. Hopefully JD hunting and fishing. The noise is somewhat okay by now. Hopefully. I don't know, maybe my mic is doing something weird. Leg strikes to head allowed when fighter has one hand on the ground. That is the unified rules adopted for today's event in Stockholm, Sweden. So that is an interesting take on the unified rules of MMA. I don't know what other rules have been adopted today, but this is just to avoid the confusion which happened in fights like Gegard Mousasi versus Chris Weidman. So if you are having one hand on the ground, you would be allowed to knee the guy who has one hand on the ground. That is what is the update right now on in terms of the strikes to the head. JD's hunting and fishing. Can you please confirm if the voice is coming okay as we are about to begin the official main card of UFC Fight Night Stockholm, Sweden, live from Europe, as the timings are a bit odd. It is almost 11 p.m. in my country right now as we open with the middleweight division. Before we go anywhere else, got some updates for you guys. The first fight of today's evening was really entertaining, and we got a very late KO as Damir Hasdovic defeated Marcin, held by late KO. Till then, Marcin was dominating the proceedings, but eventually got TKO'd in the third round. Then we had Darren Till versus Jason Arari. No surprises there. But again, a late finish by decision, Darren Till. Then we had Niko Musoki versus Bojan Velikčović. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Round 3, once again, TKO. Lots of late finishes in today's prelims on UFC Fight Night. Then we had Reza Madadi versus Joaquim Silva. I had picked Madadi to win this one, and I do not know why Joaquim ended up winning the fight, probably due to superior significant strikes, as I did not have a chance to see. But surprise of the evening for me was Reza Madadi versus Joaquim Silva's next fight, which was Trevor Smith versus Chris Camozzi. I was expecting Chris to pull this one out, but he was dominated in the stand-up and clinch game by Trevor Smith, and Chris Camozzi is now on a 2-fight losing streak. Then we had Pedro Munoz versus Damian Staszniak. Munoz coming out on top via a decision again in round 3. So 2 finishes till now, and the remaining fights have been decisions as Alex Nicholson enters the octagon. Hopefully if somebody can confirm the noise is okay right now. 6 first round finishes for Alex Nicholson, finished all 7 victories, 6 by knockouts, and he's a Taekwondo black belt. That is the update for the first fight as we move slowly towards the main card opener between Jack Hermansson and Alex Nicholson. Hopefully the noise has subsided as Sweden's own Jack Hermansson enters the octagon. Do not forget, once you're here and once you start listening to the content, don't forget to leave the like and subscribe to the channel, as I would be giving you the first links as the fight starts to watch these channels on cable. Those are the channels which I'll be giving you first, so stay tuned, because that is when my sources would hit me up with something concrete. 5 first round finishes for Jack Hermansson, 8 wins by knockout, won 9 out of last 10 fights. My pick is gonna be Jack Hermansson for this one, even though Alex Nicholson looks really promising. I expect a good close fought decision in this one. Let me know in the comment section who you got for the first fight of the main card, UFC Fight Night Sweden. Alexander Gustafsson versus Glover Teixiera. Hopefully you guys have XBMC, Kodi, or cable TV, or some sort of satellite streaming option, because the channels which I'm going to give you are available mostly on cable but also on the internet. Those are the channels which I'm going to give you right about now. These are the first set of channels which you can watch UFC Fight Night Stockholm on. Most of these are verified. Let me tell you which ones are. The first one, which I'm watching right now on TV, is Sony ESPN. Combate is in Brazil, so any Brazilian guys, please do watch them. TSN is in Canada, and we also have Match TV and TV3, TV10 from the same region. We also have RDS, Rand Fighting. Fox Sports obviously is doing this in the USA. I have Sony 6 also coming out in some regions with this particular fight. Also got Setanta Sports, GDTV, PPTV, Viasat, and TV5. If you have these channels on cable, do not hesitate to go there and watch these fights live with us on this channel called MMA Live. My name is Harry, as we open the official main card for UFC Fight Night, Gustafsson versus Teixiera. The favorite by Las Vegas odds, -165, is Jack Hermansson. He is the favorite. I am picking him to win this one via decision or late KO. That is my pick for this middleweight fight. Do let me know in the comment section who you got for this beautiful fight opener, as the referee is Bobby Rahman. Looks like an Indian guy is doing the referee job in Stockholm. Both of these fighters are identical in all aspects except the height, where Alex Nicholson is 6 feet 4, 3 inches taller is Alex in the blue trunks, as we have Hermansson in the white. Slowly Nicholson moving towards Hermansson. The footwork is the advantage of Hermansson as a teep is exchanged. Left hook does not connect for Nicholson. Good knee. Oh, beautiful level change for Jack Hermansson, but looks like he's going for a single leg. Guillotine not working for Nicholson as he is dropped to the ground. Taekwondo black belt is Alex Nicholson, who is expecting a baby really soon as Jack Hermansson moves to side control, slowly but surely, trying to get into a dominant position. The ground game of Alex Nicholson looks really weak at this moment. Nicholson, though, has got the crowd support. 4 minutes exactly right now on the official streaming channels which are streaming these fights. I will also let you know which other links are available as and when these links hit me. So do stay tuned, keep it logged in, and while you're here, do leave a sub to the channel. Punches exchanged by Hermansson to the head. The crowd is already going nuts for Jack Hermansson as he's still on side control. Trying to move to the back, but probably Nicholson is aware. Goes to mount. Beautiful transition. Not looking good for Alex Nicholson, who's giving up his back for a choke. This is not looking good for Alex Nicholson. Not looking good at all. Referee is really close. He gives the thumbs up, but he is really close. Referee is close to stopping this fight. Ground and pound from top. Not looking good. It is all over as Jack Hermansson defeats Alex Nicholson by TKO victory. Beautiful stuff by Jack Hermansson in his hometown of Stockholm, Sweden. Beautifully done by Mr. Hermansson. Good stuff. As the fight comes to an end for Sweden's own, Alex Nicholson really disappointed by the defeat. Even though Alex Nicholson is complaining, he's saying that he did look good, but man, clinical performance by Jack Hermansson. Beautiful level change, double leg takedown. Nicholson went for a sort of lopsided guillotine, did not work. Moved to side control, took the back and started throwing some bombs on the head of Alex Nicholson as the referee had to call a stop to the fight. Lots and lots of ground and pound landed by Jack Hermansson for the official finish. Coming in at around 3 minutes remaining in the first round, Jack Hermansson defeats Alex Nicholson by TKO. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff right there. So the first fight coming to an end via TKO for Jack the Joker Hermansson. Don't know why they call him the Joker, because that's what I remember his name as, if I recollect correctly. Good opening to all the fights. Looks like most of the other ones will also be a finish in this particular one in UFC Fight Night, Stockholm, Sweden. Welcome to all the listeners who have tuned in to the stream, especially the ones who have been sticking around to this one for quite some time. Jack the Joker Hermansson is decidedly really happy. He's happy and so is the crowd. 15-3, 6 first round finishes, and improves to 15 victories in his professional mixed martial arts career. Jack the Joker Hermansson. Beautiful stuff. A lot of good feedback by the audience for this one. Jack Hermansson's hometown victory celebrated by his fans. Okay, second link coming up in case you're wondering where to watch these fights and you don't have cable TV right now. I'm gonna put another name of a website which is generally known to stream these fights. You have to go and search there though. If you do find, do post a link. It's called streamtowatch.cc, which generally streams mixed martial arts fights regularly through some of its listeners. So if you find a link, do post it for us. So I've given you the link there. Streamtowatch.cc is working. The future schedule: next week we have UFC 212, Aldo versus Holloway, coming in from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The week after that we have UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Hunt, Black Beast versus the Super Samoan. We got one more fight night, Holly Holm versus Betch Teixiera on June 17th. And one more fight night to finish the proceedings for the month of June. It's going to be a stacked month in terms of mixed martial arts action. They're showing a promo for UFC 212 right now as we speak. As I correct the stream once again. Beautiful stuff on the stream today. A lot of new listeners. Oh, somebody unsubscribed. What the hell, man? We reached 399 again. Come on, people. Come on. Somebody can hit that sub. I just announced new content starting next week and you guys fall back on me. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. We hit 400 just about 2 days back. And we are back to 399 again, man. Looks like I shouldn't be announcing these things. Meanwhile, we got UFC 212's promo going up on the stream. Jose Aldo versus Max Holloway is gonna be happening there. So let's quickly go through and see the fight card for UFC 212. Aldo versus Holloway. Let's have a look at that. A lot of good fights on that one, man. Shaping out to be a good one, huh? The early prelims did not feature a lot of action, but the feature prelim fight is gonna be between Viviane Pereira, who's undefeated, versus Jamie Moyle. That's gonna be the featured early prelims fight. The featured Fox Sports prelims features Rafael Assunção versus Marlon Moraes. Assunção recently got defeated in his last fight in the bantamweight division, where TJ Dillashaw also resides, who's looking to fight Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson for this one. We also got Antonio Carlos Jr., one of my favorite fighters, up and coming, going up against Eric Spicely. That's going to be really interesting. Also, Yuri Alcantara fighting Brian Kelleher. These are the featured fights in Fox Sports prelims. Let's look at the main card for UFC 212, which is going to be coming next week. Eric Silva versus Yancy Medeiros. That should be a really interesting one. We also got Pora Borachinha versus Uluwale Bombos. I don't know how to pronounce. And we also got, hopefully, the last fight in the career of Vitor Belfort. I really do hope these two fighters stop fighting. Vitor Belfort versus Nate the Great Marquardt. These are going to be the fights to look forward in UFC 212, but the ones to really look forward to are the co-main and main event. The co-main between number 1 and 2 ranked fighters, just like today, but in the women's strawweight division, Claudia Gadelha versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. That is going to be the 115-pound division's next number 1 contender fight, I guess. And then we got the main event, Jose Aldo fighting Max Blessed Holloway, the interim title holder. That's going to be really, really interesting. And this fight is happening in Brazil, so you never know what's going to be expected out of the crowd there. So it's going to be really interesting. That is the update on UFC 212 as we await the next fight for UFC Fight Night, Gustafsson versus Teixiera. If you've been following WWE, some of the mixed martial arts fans do follow that also. Jinder Mahal is the current WWE champion, which is like really, really, really fucked up, but man, it is what it is. They are going with, different kind of scripts these days in the WWE, but man, that was really fucked up when I watched that. Jinder Mahal defeating Randy Orton, if I remember correctly, to get the WWE championship. Really interesting. Okay, officially got the guys back in UFC Fight Night. As the first fight got over so soon, we are having a delay to resume the next fight, which is going to be in the welterweight division. Nordine Taleb going up against Oliver Enkamp. This kid is undefeated, is what I hear. Oliver Enkamp, who's making his UFC debut in Stockholm for the very first time. Looks like a young up-and-coming kid. Got a lot of talent, but he's going up against one of the veterans of the sport, Nordine Taleb. Though he's not very old, he's got great striking and reasonably good wrestling. Beautiful wrestling skills for Nordine Taleb in his highlight reel. Even though Oliver Enkamp looks really small for the welterweight division compared to Nordine Taleb. Gonna be really interesting to see. Looks like a short notice replacement. Nordine hails from Saint-Tropez in France. That is where he fights from. So that is going to be an interesting fight between Oliver Enkamp versus Nordine Taleb. That is going to be the next fight. And in case this is your first time, do check out the comment section to see where you can watch the fights in terms of online links and cable TV or television channel names which are streaming this fight right now for you guys. I'm watching this on Sony ESPN Live HD. That is what is the name of the channel. Nordine Taleb is known for his superior and very respectful demeanor in the octagon. Not a trash talker, just like some of the others in the lightweight and lowerweight divisions. Nordine Taleb has the highest striking defense among active UFC welterweights. That is a immense stat to have. 6 wins by knockout also for Nordine Taleb. Striking defense is good, therefore I do not expect him to get hit a lot. Even though the newcomer is undefeated, I feel that this is going to be too steep of a task for Oliver Enkamp. As you can see, he does not even have a official fighter stats page in the UFC. That is so sad to see. As Nordine Taleb, wearing red trunks, enters the octagon for his fight with Stockholm, Sweden's own Oliver Enkamp. That is a great reception for the undefeated fighter. But he does look really slim. I think he can easily make 155 pounds in my opinion. It looks like it's a short notice fight for this kid by name of Oliver Enkamp. I've heard good things from his previous fights. I did saw some footage. He's got some good TKOs and KOs in his arsenal, but Nordine Taleb is known for his striking defense. That is what he is known for. He has the highest striking defense currently amongst active UFC welterweights. He is undefeated. He's also got 4 submissions and he's making his UFC debut. That is the details about Oliver Enkamp. So ground game should be reasonably good for Enkamp. Do not know how this fight is going to go, but I'm going to go with the veteran comparatively, Nordine Taleb, probably getting the fight to the ground or keeping it standing mostly and getting the TKO victory against the newcomer Oliver Enkamp, and probably giving him his first defeat in mixed martial arts professional competition. The crowd is actually going nuts right now for Stockholm's own Oliver Enkamp. Looks very respectful. The crowd is cheering him on as he's the hometown guy. Let's look at the stats. Enkamp is 25, Taleb is 35. Taleb is 1 inch taller, but Enkamp will actually have a 3-inch reach advantage, almost 77 inches reach for Olivier Enkamp, as Joey Martinez, Bruce Buffer, is not here for this particular fight night. So Joey Martinez steps in for doing his job in Europe. The favorite, minus 400, is Nordine Taleb. 12 wins and 4 losses, 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Those are the stats for Nordine Taleb. Minus 400 looks like a pretty steep odd, but still plus 300 underdog. 7 wins and no losses for Olivier Enkamp. He also weighed in at 170. He fights out of Stockholm, Sweden. Looks really calm for a guy who's making his UFC debut. Should be really interesting to see. He's more built like me. Kind of slim. Really slim hands. The referee is Mark Goddard for this one, as the Ringers do their job. Some of the best ringers in UFC history. Carly Baker and Luciana Andrade are doing the ring work for this one. As both the fighters take center stage, Nordine Taleb opening with a outside leg kick. Pretty white stance for Oliver Enkamp, who has 4 submissions to his name. 7-0 in his professional career is the newcomer. Nordine, though, has to be careful in the opening seconds of the fight. Maybe he counters. Good 1-2 by Enkamp. Good outside leg kick by Taleb again. Taleb is having his hands low. Good spinning back kick by Enkamp. Nordine is hesitating and throwing his hands. Good outside leg kick, but this time checked by Enkamp. Good punch to the body. Taleb is putting the pressure. Good left hook connects for Taleb. He has to have his hands down. Level change by Enkamp, but stuffed by Taleb. Taleb is looking good till now, but he is a little tentative in engaging the newcomer in striking, which is surprising. Elbow does not connect for Enkamp as they reset to the center white trunks for Oliver, red trunks for Nordine. Quite low in action till now. Spinning hook kick does not connect for Enkamp. Nordine should be throwing more punches. Good outside leg kick, strong one. Connects for Taleb. Good punch to the body by Taleb. He's constantly putting the pace on the newcomer. Good leg kick once again. Strong one by Taleb. Taleb is known for his striking defense, and he's showing why he's very well known for the same. Very good defense. One more spinning hook kick. Does not connect for Oliver. Taleb staying really patient with the newcomer. Could have gone berserk, but that is not his style. Going for a level change, but good pressure by Enkamp, but does not get the takedown. He is pursuing a single leg. Wants to go for the double. Let's see how much strength the kid has. Taleb doing pretty well with the defense. Oh, good job by getting the leg spread in. He is going for that double. Pretty strong. Maybe he'll get it. Yes, he does. Oliver Enkamp getting the takedown against Taleb. He immediately moves to side control, but Taleb is up. Good knee to the body. Oh, good knee. Good knee by Enkamp as Taleb slips and falls to the ground. The crowd is absolutely going nuts for their fighters today, as they should be. Stockholm, Sweden is always known to be a vociferous crowd. Catches the kick of Enkamp. Taleb is really tentative today. One more spinning back kick does not connect for Oliver. Oh, good left hook connects for Nordine. Enkamp has to be careful not to get caught rushing in. Good left hook connects for Nordine again. 1-2. Good knee to the body. Good knee again. Oh, both of them exchanging knees. Man, these kids are going. Oh, beautiful trip by Taleb and lands up in the guard. Oh my goodness. He's going for an armbar? No. Omoplata? No. Arm triangle? Probably. Wow, this kid is flexible. Beautiful stuff on the ground here. Really flexible kid. Arm triangle is available, but he is up against the cage. He's going for an armbar. He has to be careful with the ground and pound. Oh, elbows by Taleb from top. Taleb has to be careful with the submission skills of this kid. He is really, really flexible. Good pressure by Taleb. Probably going to give this round to Taleb just because of the pressure he's putting. Oh, omoplata attempt. No? No, no, no. He doesn't have it. Armbar. Some sort of weird submission attempts by Enkamp, who's obviously enjoying the moment, but not to be for this kid. I'm probably going to give this round to... Definitely giving this round to Nordine Taleb. But you never know. You can never ever run out of options when you are a newcomer like this. You will always go for broke. That is what you should be doing. Round 1, in my opinion, goes in favor of Taleb, unless the referees are smoking some fire-ass weed. Next week, though, we have Jose Aldo and Max Holloway going at it at UFC 212. It's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top. Is it going to be the new gen, or Aldo still has it? It's going to be really interesting. Taleb, though, again pressuring as round 2 begins. Enkamp, though, has gotten a good account of himself, given a good account till now, in my opinion, for a newcomer. A leg kick check by Enkamp. Spinning back kick does not connect. Axe kick. This kid is trying everything. Taleb is always known to be cautious. Oh, good left hook. Almost knocked out the new kid, but he said no. Good jab by Taleb. Good outside leg kick again by Taleb. Taleb is known to pick his options. He's not a one punch knockout type of a guy. He has good defense, and he's showing axe kick does not connect. Enkamp is very good with his range, though, but he keeps getting backed up to the cage. That is what is really good knee by Taleb as they clinch up, resetting back. Taleb is always known to push pressure on fighters, but I don't know. A lot of good distance management by Taleb. Oh, good combination by Enkamp. Good punch to the body by Taleb. Oh, good punch lands for Taleb once again, but this kid seems to be eating it up for breakfast, or should I say dinner, in my country right now. Taleb should be doing a little bit more. He is. Oh, spinning back kick. Sorry, roundhouse kick does not connect for Enkamp. Control and pressure is obviously... Oh, they're going to engage now. Oh, Enkamp is in trouble. Got connection from one of the punches of Taleb. Enkamp backpedaling. Looks okay now. Wants to go for the takedown, but stuffed beautifully by Taleb. Oh, good punches by Taleb once again. He's always going for that spinning shit, is this new kid. But none of these are landing, actually. So the referees and the judges will be really taking notice of these things. Taleb, though, is known to not capitalize on mistakes of his opponents. So, yep, not expecting a lot. Oh, good left hook connects for Taleb. Oh, good level change by Enkamp. Wants to go for the takedown. Beautifully stuffed. Beautifully stuffed. Once again, but this kid keeps coming up. Oh, beautiful reversal. Oh, good reversal by Enkamp. But now Taleb is on top. On side control. Good stuff. Oh, strong elbows by Taleb, who's still inside control, not wanting to go to mount. Leaves up the back, encamp. Gives up the back. Taleb should be careful. Good knees by Taleb from back. I don't know why he's given up his back. Taleb all over him. Riding him like a bicycle. Completely grounded as his shots are thrown. Good elbow. As Encamp recovers guard, Taleb moves to half guard. Pretty strong fight for Taleb till now. Again, Encamp going for that modified full guard. Wants to go for submissions all day. Not having any of it is Taleb as he hangs on. But he's also not doing that much. But the referees who are looking close to stopping the fight as the round is coming to an end. Yes, the round comes to an end. And we have 2 rounds in the books for Nordine Taleb. That is not looking good for the newcomer, Oliver Enkamp. 2 rounds in the books, so Enkamp has to finish the fight, or else he will have his first defeat in professional mixed martial arts. Maybe they rushed him in. Maybe it was a short notice fight. I'm not really sure. But Oliver Enkamp is seriously tired. Looking at the way he's breathing right now. But Nordine Taleb looks fresh as a flower. Fresh as a flower. But you never know. One wrong move and the fight would come to an end in a jiffy between these two. Because these are the welterweights and they are known to throw bombs once in a while. But beautiful takedown defense by Nordine nonetheless. This kid's got a good chin though. Good chin for this kid. Round 3. As once again Taleb pressures the pace. Enkamp has to finish the fight in order to win this one. Otherwise, he is going to be losing his first professional fight. 1-2 does not connect for Taleb. Beautiful pressure once again by Enkamp. But to no avail. Taleb pushes forward. The left high kick is what he's going for again and again. Oh, good over the top punch. Grazes Taleb. Taleb is very efficient in his movements and his energy management, whereas Enkamp is going for broke. Good outside leg kick and beautiful stuffing of the takedown. Once again by Taleb. These kind of far away kicks are not going to land. It's going to be a good learning experience for this kid. For better or for worse, these are going to be good exchanges from which Oliver Enkamp will learn. Unless he can pull something off in the next 3 minutes and 33 seconds, this fight is going to go the way of Nordine Taleb. And first defeat coming up for Oliver Enkamp. But Taleb is also slowing down, as is the round 3. So you never know. 1 punch KO possible. Freak knockout. Oh, beautiful level change. But to no avail. In case you want to watch these fights live, the channel names are given in the description. Good punch to the body by Taleb. Really, really efficient in his strikes is Taleb. Catching the kick and hitting to the midsection is Taleb right now. Taleb is okay to win a decision by coasting along in round 3. That's okay for him. Good left hook. But this kid is still in this fight. 2 minutes 13 seconds remaining. Good punch to the body. Good jab again by Taleb. A beautiful level change. And gets a takedown. Nordine Taleb. Wrestling 101. Very, very strong in wrestling. But looks like Enkamp is going for a guillotine but does not have it. Still trying hard for the guillotine, whereas Taleb is pressing him again. One more takedown for Taleb, who is holding on to the legs like glue of Oliver Enkamp. Still fighting though. 1 minute 20 seconds remaining in this particular fight. As he's about to get up, Taleb pushes him down once again. Beautiful stuff. Moves to side control. Punches landed. Good elbow. Good recovery though. Taleb has to be careful. He shouldn't get caught in a submission as he moves to half guard. Going for an arm triangle, but he does not have any sort of positioning on it. But you never know what kind of freaky submission might be up. Maybe going for an omoplata still. Does not look like Taleb is having any of it. Good punches and bunches. 30 seconds remaining in the fight. Will we have a finish? I am not sure. I don't think we will have a finish. Going for an arm bar. But Taleb is really intelligent in defending his positioning. Arm triangle almost. But does not have it. This is going to be lots of ground and pound. Yeah, this is not going to be a finish. Good elbows once again by Taleb. Even though, got to commend the kid for fighting so hard. It's going to be a dominating win for Nordine Taleb against Oliver Enkamp. The official decision will be given by Joey Martinez in one time. Thank you to all the listeners once again who are listening to the stream of MMA Live technical play-by-play and fight analysis, available only on this channel for every UFC fight, whichever happens on the planet. As we go into commercial break, let me quickly give you an update on what has happened till now in UFC Fight Night. Alexander Gustafsson versus Glover Teixiera. The first fight was between Marcin Held and Damir Hasdovik. Held was dominating the proceedings until a surprising KO in round 3. Then we had Darren Till versus Jason Yari. Darren Till got through by dominating the clinch and takedowns later in the rounds to win these exchanges. Then we had Niko Musoke getting TKO'd by Bojan Velichkovic. That's how they pronounce his name, I guess. Once again, round 3 finish. All the other fights have been decisions. Reza Madadi, controversial victory for Joaquim Silva, in my opinion. Looks like a split decision, but maybe slightly better significant strikes for Joaquim Silva. Then we had Trevor Smith defeating Chris Camozzi through superior striking and knockdowns in the prelims. Then we had Pedro Munoz and Damian Sasniak. Again, decision victory for Pedro Munoz, striking and takedowns 101. That led us to the main card for UFC Fight Night Stockholm, Sweden, where the first fight was a quick 2-minute TKO by Jack Hermansson against Alex the Spartan Nicholson. And this one, the second one, Oliver Enkamp versus Nordine Taleb, is also going to be an official decision in favor of Taleb, in my opinion, and handing the defeat to, for the very first time, is Oliver Enkamp. Unanimous decision victory for Nordine Taleb. That leads us to some of the most entertaining fights which you can see today. Abdul Razak alhassan versus Omari Akhmedov. That is going to be bonkers as Nordine Taleb moves up to 13 wins and 4 losses. Abdul Razak alhassan's longest fight time is only 86 seconds, and I expect him to finish Omari Akhmedov in some way or the other within 2 rounds. That is my prediction for the next one. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this one. Not a lot of fans are actually watching this fight because of the odd timings, and the fight being in UK, the odd timings are obviously gonna be there. This is happening from Sweden, but still, true mixed martial arts fans will always keep it logged in on the channel where you get the most technical play-by-play possible, as Nordine Taleb does the post-fight interview with Dan Hardy, as we are left with 4 fights for the evening. Alhassan versus Akhmedov, Sabotta versus Saunders, co-main Ozdemir versus Cirkunov, and main event Gustafsson versus Teixiera. Those are going to be the main fights remaining today. Keep it locked in. This is your channel MMA Live, where we break down fights of all mixed martial arts competition as and when they happen. Hopefully the audio is coming loud and clear. To the main card for UFC Fight Night. Okay, John Jones. Okay. So 2 fights completed. We have Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Claudia Gadelha next week in UFC 212, the co-main event for the next number 1 contender, most probably. Both these women have caused problems for Joanna Jędrzejczyk, but still have gotten defeated by her due to the superior positioning and striking accuracy of the champion. Will they get one more chance at the title? I am not sure, but I do feel Karolina Kowalkiewicz can cause problems to Claudia Gadelha in striking, but I do feel Gadelha can take her down and cause her more trouble. So my prediction is going to be Gadelha for the victory and fighting Joanna Jędrzejczyk for a 3rd time. As we await the next set of fights. Let's see, let me get some water, guys. Stay tuned. Water time. Okay, people. Okay. I'm back. Trust me, my feet arms are very, very broken right now. But don't worry about my feet arms. Cause I'm back. Trust me, I'm back. Okay, I was just playing around. Fuck. Nobody watching. UFC Fight Night Stockholm, Sweden, I guess. Really, really horrible response from the audience. Let's see. I'm gonna check Joe Rogan's fight companion to see what is that. I'm sure some 10,000 people are watching it right now. See, as I told you, 28,000 people are watching it right now. What the fuck? Can't 28 people come to my stream? Just 28, man. Come on. You people need to come to my channel. These people don't even talk about fights, though I respect Joe Rogan immensely, along with both these gentlemen. The Big Brown
there's a lot of technique, but I'm saying I feel like when you would
is also on the house, Brendan Schaub. But man, I'm telling you. Whew. Sorry. Hopefully that doesn't get me into trouble on YouTube. Where can I watch on my phone? Mark done. Okay. So this is how it works, Mark. On the phone, most of these links don't work. That's where the problem is. So if you watch on phone, the way is to subscribe to UFC Fight Night, which I don't think you want to, because that will involve a lot of money. But I can tell you something, Mark. You could probably search for these channels, which I put in the comment section again, just especially for coming up. Search for these channels on the internet on your phone. So you have apps which have a trial period. They have a trial period. So if you can go to the trial period, sign up in one of these channels on XBMC or Kodi or cable, you would definitely be able to watch. So that is you, Mark Dunn. That is the best case scenario. But apart from that, that could be any other options available to you on mobile phones. We're disappointed. Really interesting because we have two Muslims, I think, razak, akhmedov. Ramzan is coming in, but I'm really pumped for this kid, Abdul alhassan. He has got great stand-up, man. I'm telling you, great hands, fast hands.